No one would have imagined that a gorilla could become fixated on a human.
Day after day, it stayed by a crude stove, preparing all kinds of meals for Seiichi. When it saw how ragged his clothes were, the gorilla spent the entire night sewing him a new set that fit perfectly, then solemnly placed it in his hands. Seiichi could never understand why a wild beast would treat him with such care. Not long ago, he had been the most invisible person in his class. Overweight, plain-looking, and constantly carrying an unpleasant smell. In his classmates' eyes, Seiichi was nothing more than an easy target for ridicule. But fate often turns at the most unexpected moment. That day, an unseen force suddenly enveloped the classroom. Everyone was forced back into their seats, unable to move even a finger. A man's voice came over the loudspeaker, claiming to be a god. He announced that all students would be sent to another world as heroes. As a parting gift, everyone received the ability to appraise attributes, along with a personal item storage. The god demanded that teams be formed within 10 minutes. When time ran out, they would all be teleported to a safe zone. The classroom instantly erupted. Some were thrilled, some nervous, but most began scrambling to recruit teammates. Seiichi gathered his courage and tried to join a group as well. But when a classmate appraised his attributes, the results sent the entire room into laughter. Seiichi's stats were absurdly low. No combat ability, no special talents, and even his basic attributes were far below average. On the spot, everyone made their stance clear. No one wanted him on their team. The countdown ended quickly. A flash of light swept through the room, and the entire class vanished. Only Seiichi was left standing alone in the center of the classroom. The god seemed to notice his situation. Perhaps out of pity, or perhaps out of mere curiosity, an extra ability was granted to him. It was called complete disassembly. As soon as the words faded, Seiichi was sent to the other world as well. When he opened his eyes, all he saw was an unfamiliar forest. No teammates, no supplies, and no safe zone. Worst of all, he had gone 5 full days without food. Hunger pushed him to the brink of collapse. As his consciousness began to fade, a wriggling caterpillar appeared on the ground. He reached out to grab it, only to be forced back by a sudden shadow. An unknown creature lurked nearby, making him afraid to act rashly. When he looked up, he spotted a massive fruit hanging from a tree. But in this strange world, any food could be deadly. He activated his appraisal ability. The information appeared. The fruit was edible, but came with mild side effects. Hunger overpowered reason. He took a bite. Sourness and bitterness flooded his mouth, nearly impossible to swallow. Leaning against the tree, Seiichi was so overwhelmed by the taste that he almost cried. But at least he survived. After filling his stomach, he continued searching for resources. While pushing through the grass, he noticed several monkeys moving about in a camp ahead. He appraised them again. Their level read 120. His own was only level 1. The gap was almost unimaginable. Holding his breath, he waited for them to leave. Once the monkeys were gone, he quickly slipped into the camp. 9 purification stones went straight into his inventory. He even took the high-grade recovery potion the monkeys had just finished brewing. Meanwhile, his classmates had been sent to a resource-rich safe zone. Food was plentiful, equipment complete. Only Seiichi was still hesitating over whether a single mushroom was poisonous. At one point, he felt utterly hopeless. If that was the case, he might as well die with a full stomach. He swallowed the remaining 2 evolution stones. He expected to be poisoned, but nothing happened. Suddenly, his attribute panel flickered. Skill levels rose. Only then did he realize that the true use of evolution stones was far more powerful than he had imagined. Regret came too late. At that moment, a rush of wind sounded behind him. One monkey had returned. A tremendous